Okay, Sam and I are going to be testing some different flooring. We're thinking about putting flooring in. This is our control. This is the flooring that we have down so that we can compare our current flooring to the flooring we're considering to see if it's better or worse than what we already have.
We're gonna bust up some flooring.
We're gonna bust up some flooring, aren't we, Sam?
Yep.
These two on this side are the Lifeproof rigid core luxury vinyl flooring from Home Depot, which had rated fairly highly on some of my research for just a, like a budget vinyl. I think it does have, sorry, that was my butter knife. The foam, or the backing here. These two are some that I saw on the opposite aisle that I just picked up.
Can you whisper to me so I can say it?
Sure. This is gonna be Pergo Outlast. Pergo Outlast. Say that. So Sam, what do we have here?
We have some Pergo Outlast.
That's right, and we are going to be using a few different things on this laminate to see how the laminate holds up to the vinyl. And our spread that we have up here, Sam, you want to go through the spread that we got? What are we going to be testing on these?
Okay. Is the crown and the marker one test?
Yes.
Together?
We're going to test them together, yes.
Okay, because I was wondering if it will take up 2 boxes.
Nope, just 1 box. What do we got?
Okay. We've got a butter knife, a marker and a crown. We've got a nail, and we've got some keys.
Okay, so we're trying to simulate real life with 3 kids here. We have 1 quadrant for each test, and then we will test the same on our control. So we're going to do butter knife, drawing utensils, screw, and car keys on each of these, and we'll be back shortly with the results of the experiment. So we did a thing where we dropped, big firework, Happy New Year. We dropped a butter knife point first onto each one from a distance like this. This is the control on the wood floor, and then we beat it on the back side a few times, like if, to simulate something falling. It looks like out of these, the best performer was the either the light colored vinyl or the light colored laminate. Both darker colors showed chips and scratches more. If you look right here, that's a chip. It's a chip. The worst performer was the engineered hardwood that's already in here. Every single drop left a notch, and if you can see this, I don't know if you can or not, the sheen really shows some of the dents that are in the wood. So next up in the second quadrant, we're going to be doing a test to see how well the Crayola comes off, because I have 3 children and they sometimes take to drawing on the floor. So we're going to give that a shot next. We're going to be doing a Crayola crayon and a Crayola marker, and I'll be back with those results. All right, my handy assistant Sam is going to be cleaning off all of our artwork with a magic eraser to see how well this stuff comes up. We didn't do our control.
Mm-hmm.
You keep working. I'm doing a Lily special right here.
Hmm.
Okay.
Which one of these are waterproof?
All right, give this one a clean, see how it comes out. All right. You mind if I hold on to that a second?
Yep.
See what we got. All right, it looks like, I can't tell. What do you think? You give me your,
Well, looks like we still couldn't get all of that up.
honestly,
What?
chip crack right there, courtesy of my little girl probably. Honestly, sorry for the wobbly camera, I'm holding it here. They all clean okay, you think?
Okay. That's fine.
So I think with the cleaning test, all all of our options did all right.
Yep.
That's an interesting point to know. So on this, I cleaned this with some water. I don't know if when this dries, it'll come back white, but when I wiped this off with some water, some of those scuffs that originally came into the laminate went away. Now, I have to say, though, with the laminate, I don't know if that, like, goes under the coating here that goes down to this, whatever this is. I think it's MDF. Okay. Don't know.
What's the next test?
All right, next test we're going to be looking at is going to be a nail test. We're going to take a nail, and we're going to just kind of scrape on this third quadrant right here and see what we get.
We'll see you later.
Yep, we will see the results of our scratch test. So we took a nail, and I mean, we applied a fair amount of pressure to it and gave it a really good, like, you know. And the idea was that we would see, like, you know, if you had a nail sticking out from under the furniture and you had to scoot it around off the floor, because that has happened to my personal floors in here, where there's a nail off like a sharp piece off the bottom of my chairs, and it scraped my floor to pieces. So we wanted to simulate moving furniture across the floor with a possible nail sticking out of it, because hashtag true life stuff right there. Here's how we fared. These are the two final pieces on our scratch test. Now, as you can see, we've got quite, and this took a lot of abuse in one place, which obviously that's probably not gonna happen in real life, but I wanted to see kind of what abuse it could take. You know, you can see it when you're up close on it. It does kind of buff away. Sorry, can't really see anything there, can you? It won't focus, I'm so sorry. It does kind of buff away a little bit. You can feel it. But if you have an interesting enough wood grain, I don't know that you're gonna see it from up tall. This one has a little bit more of a varied wood grain. It had the white in it, and it actually is hidden better. The laminate right here, it also sort of buffs away a little bit, but you know, you can tell there's some scratching there. It actually, you know, buffs away pretty good. And then the light flooring held up the best as far as the laminate is concerned. Our last, here, this was our control. This is my engineered flooring that I have down, applied with about the same pressure and the same instrument. And as you can tell, the engineered flooring is just not durable at all. The wood flooring, if you've got kids, man, if I could go back, I would not put this stuff down.
I think a key will do the same amount of damage.
A key will do the same amount of damage?
Yeah.
Well, we're about to test that hypothesis, my dear friend.
Well, I think we need a different one, because a different thing, because that one's probably just not like do the same amount of number.
Do you have a better idea?
What's another one?
I don't know. What do you guys do to the floor all the time? Throw
Throw
rocks. Hey, God, we might change this to a rock drop experiment. I'll let you know. Okay, we ended up doing kind of a conglomeration of things on this last one. I walked over to my dog and scraped his paws on them to see what would happen. That was kind of a useless test because he was half asleep. And so it was kind of like, I would have been better off just taking a cotton ball to it. Then I scraped it with keys with about the degree of pressure like this. You know, putting a good amount of torque on it, I guess. And then I think that's all we did there, honestly. We dropped a rock on it, this rock to be exact, from about my son's height, my tallest son's height. I had him drop it from each one so it would get the full force. So the general consensus is that of the laminate and the vinyl performs better and has the bonus of being waterproof, truly. Now this is marketed as waterproof, but to be honest with you, I don't see how it can be waterproof if the middle part here is MDF. That stuff swells up and buckles and everything. So if you get water get down in here in this joint, maybe the top is waterproof, but MDF is not waterproof. So good luck proving that one there, Pergo. At least that's my understanding of it. So we felt like the dark Pergo, well, I do. This dark Pergo is the worst of it at showing scratches. We think that maybe the darker it is and the more glossy it is, the more imperfections it's going to show. The thing that the vinyl has going for it is you've got the texture and then the variation and the color here. The more variation and texture you have, I think it does a better job of hiding scratches and you know, things your kids or your pets are going to do to it. So the winner is kind of a toss-up between these two. I'm actually pretty happy with how it fared, and it is, I think, maybe like, oh, I don't know, it was like $3 a square foot or something like that, which is still significantly less than the hardwood option. And they had some engineered hardwood, which is, this is what we have in our kitchen, is engineered hardwood. They had an engineered hardwood option for about the same money. Here's the you can see, let me, well, no, you can't see. Here's the veneer that's put together over the top of this right there. And it could take a refinishing if you wanted it to, but at the rate that scratches and dents get put into this stuff, dude, let me tell you, you're gonna be refinishing in no time. So even though this could potentially be about the same money as some vinyl, you know, I don't think I would put it down again, even though you're talking the same money. This is click lock, just like this stuff. This stuff's like a click lock installation. But I wouldn't put it down again because, as you can see, it's extremely soft. And it does not take a lot of abuse. My kids have put the whammy on the stuff in my kitchen, and we're just looking for something more durable. So, you know, wood looks good, but at the end of the day, I think if I'm going for durability and the ability to hide scuffs that are inevitably going to happen on my floor, the vinyl is winning for me, and the more variation, the better.